Hi, Mr. Barr. My name is Matt Kolarczyk. I'm a sales representative with the Chicago Bulls. Can you hold this for me for a second? It's a tool we use in our sport.
Sure, I can do that.
Thank you. Now, before we discuss details, I just wanted to bring up Silly Putty. I'm sure you're familiar with the product, and we use this thing called Silly Putty tickets. Remember, with Silly Putty, you can shape it, mold it, stretch it. Well, we can shape and mold our tickets to your specific needs to help increase your sales.
I like the sound of that.
That's great to hear. Now, I'm sure you have some questions for me, but I was hoping I could ask you a few questions to get started.
Go right ahead. The floor is yours.
Perfect. So, how many salespeople do you have?
We have 5 local salespeople.
Okay. Now, how many accounts do each of these salespeople manage?
Well, most of our accounts are medium sized, so they tend to have around 6 to 8, maybe more or less depending on the importance of the account.
So then, what size is an important account?
Typically around 25,000 for the important ones.
Now, how important is it to get new business to your salespeople?
Very important. They're always looking to grow our company in terms of networking and monetary value.
Good to know. And lastly, do you have a strict plan that is designed to help attract new businesses every month?
We have a typical protocol that our salespeople follow when exploring options for adding new clients to an account.
Perfect. Thank you for all the information. It's very tough to get salespeople to focus on new business. By using our Silly Putty tickets, you can get them to focus on new businesses and you can keep track. For example, the first step is to have each salesperson identify in writing to you which new prospects are key to them. That wouldn't be difficult to do, would it?
That's not a problem at all.
Most of my clients have told me the key to building businesses from new prospects is for the salesperson to develop a good relationship with them, usually through constant contact. A lot of times, to build a relationship, salespeople will use an out-of-the-office activity like golf or lunch. Some of my clients have told me that their problem with golf is that some people just may not be good golfers, and it's almost more embarrassing to play than not. And it's expensive. And when was the last time you had a memorable chicken sandwich at lunch? However, by using our Silly Putty tickets, you can get them to build these relationships and focus on new business, and you can keep track. Here's how it works. The salesperson calls a prospect who has been working on for a little while. He says, "How about joining me for a Bulls game next week? I've got president seats." This is not a situation of the salesperson just giving away the seats. It's the salesperson inviting the prospect to go with them. Now, the salesperson has a chance to do some real out-of-the-office bonding. Remember, he wants to develop a relationship through constant contact. Giving the tickets away doesn't help build that relationship.
That sounds like a great way to establish a healthy relationship with a client.
You're exactly right. Look at one of my clients who's enjoyed success with our tickets. Bill Gates met with me, and after he decided to get season tickets, he's seen his sales skyrocket. Would you be willing to do that occasionally for the right amount?
Yes.
Would it be asking too much of your salespeople to just spend one evening a month with a key prospect at one of our games?
No, I certainly don't believe so.
Our season is about 6 months long. If each of them goes to one of our games, each salesperson would bring in 6 new prospects a season. Of those 6 prospects, how many do you think would end up as a customer?
I would say at least 1, maybe 2.
So if each salesperson converted just one prospect to become a new customer, that would be $25,000 for each salesperson. With 5 salespeople, that would be roughly $125,000 in new business. Do you see how I arrived at that number?
Yes.
You know, we've been talking a lot about new business. We might also consider your existing clients. After all, your competitors may be out there trying to build the same relationships with your clients.
They better. That's part of their job.
Would it be asking too much to have your salespeople also spend just one evening with an existing client as well as one evening with a prospect? To give each salesperson just 1 month or 1 game a month to take out a prospect, you would need 5 games a month. Did you see how I got to that number?
Yes.
You would also need a similar amount of games per month for your salespeople to take existing clients out to the games. You would need also 5 games per month. You would need a total of 10 games per month. Now, let's talk about which type of ticket package would work best for you. Based on what you've told me, here's what I would suggest to you. Our best seating area is the club level, and because you need about 60 games, I recommend 4 full season tickets. That would leave 21 games for your employees or more customers. For each of one of your salespeople to take just 1 key prospect once a month and 1 current client a month, you would need 5 games per month or 10 games for the season. The return on investment is substantial. If each salesperson brought in only 1 new piece of new business because of this focus on new business, your sales would increase to $125,000. Your cost for 4 season tickets is only $14,000. How happy do you think you'd be with those results by giving this plan a try? That decision would be worth at least $125,000 in new business and maybe up to $250,000 in new business.
I'm leaning towards just buying the good games from StubHub.
And I can understand how easy it is to buy from StubHub. However, StubHub has some weaknesses for businesses. First off, you can't really plan in advance with a controlled new business strategy. And second, you never really know how much you're going to pay for tickets. and more importantly, where you can get decent seats. You also don't get access to the other features and benefits of being a ticket package buyer with the team. What is it that's really causing you to hesitate?
Okay, I mean, it sounds pretty good, but let me talk to my partner and get back to you on this.
And I can totally understand wanting to talk to your partner. When do you think you'll talk to them?
Thursday.
Having looked at this program and the new business potential, what would your recommendation be?
I don't see a reason why I shouldn't endorse this.
And what do you think your partner would be inclined to say?
I think he'd like it.
Then why don't we do this? Let's sign you up today and we'll use our opt-out clause. And here's how that works. You're meeting with your partner on Thursday. Well, I'll write next Monday's date at the top of the agreement. You have until that date to opt out if you decide this isn't for you. This way, you could decide if this isn't for you, and by next Monday, you could just call me up and I'll cancel the order.
I'm not sure. I really need to talk to him.
We can still do the opt-out. When you meet with your partner on Thursday and your partner doesn't like the $125,000 in new revenue for a cost of $14,000, then just call me and I'll cancel the deal.
Okay, you've convinced me. I'll sign on to this as long as the opt-out clause is in the contract.
Wonderful. You will not regret this decision.